All right, let's talk AI. That initial gold rush, all that crazy hype, it's kind of settled down. Now the conversation in the C-suite has totally changed. It's not if we should use AI anymore, it's how do we actually get real, tangible business value from it? And you know what? While a lot of folks are still trying to figure that out, a select group of companies, well, they're already cashing in.
And this really gets to the heart of the matter, right? It's the big question so many businesses are wrestling with. After all the money, all the experiments, is your AI actually moving the needle? Or is it still just a really cool science project? The pressure to prove that ROI is definitely on.
So that brings me to this number, 88%. What's so special about it? Well, this is the percentage of a very specific group. A recent report calls them Agentic AI early adopters, who are already seeing a positive return on their investment. These are the folks leading the pack, and today we're going to break down their playbook.
Now, to really get why they're so successful, we first have to understand this really fundamental shift that's happening. We've moved past AI that just helps out or generates some text. We are now officially in what's being called the Agentic Era. This is where AI gets a promotion. It goes from being an assistant to being an active player that can actually execute tasks for you, all under your control, of course. So what is an AI agent really? The easiest way to think about it is this. It's a smart AI model that you've handed a toolkit to. It has the brain power to understand a goal, and now it has the tools, like access to your internal software, to actually take action and get the job done. It's the difference between asking AI for a summary and asking it to file that summary in the right project folder. See the difference? It's huge. And listen, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky future thing we're talking about. The data shows that 52%, that's over half of all organizations already using generative AI, have started deploying these more advanced agents. The shift isn't coming. It's already here, and it's happening at scale.
And I love this quote from Fiona Tan at Wayfair, because she just nails it. This isn't just for big tech companies. Every single business, I don't care what industry you're in, has processes that can be sped up by agents. The potential here is just universal. We're talking everything from automating customer service to supercharging product innovation.
Okay, so if more than half of companies are already using agents, why are some getting so much more out of them than others? Let's zoom in on this special group, these early adopters, and figure out what really sets them apart from everyone else. And here's the key. This is how you define them. These are not companies just tinkering with AI agents. No, these are organizations that are strategically and financially all in. They're putting at least half of their future AI budget specifically toward agents, and they've already woven them deep into how they operate day to day. So you see, their success isn't an accident. It's a very deliberate, very focused strategy. And the advantage starts with scale. I mean, just look at this massive gap. A staggering 82% of these early adopters have rolled out more than 10 AI agents. Now, compare that to just 39% of all other organizations. They're not just testing one or two. They are literally building an entire workforce of AI agents. And that scale is built on a solid foundation of experience. 78% of these leaders have been using generative AI for over a year now. That gives them a major head start. They've had more time to learn, to tweak things, to figure out what actually works. It's pretty simple, really. They're ahead because they started earlier and they went bigger. So they started earlier, they went bigger. Got it. But, it's one thing to say you're committed. How does that actually play out in the real world? Let's dig into their winning investment strategy. We're going to follow the money and we're going to follow the mission. The financial commitment is just undeniable. Early adopters are throwing a massive 39% of their total IT spend at AI. That's a huge leap from the 26% the average organization is spending. They're not just finding some spare change in the couch cushions. They are making AI a core pillar of their entire tech investment strategy. But, and this is so important, as Eric Lambert from Trimble points out here, money by itself isn't the answer. That investment has to be tied to a crystal clear vision. The leading companies, they start by defining what success even looks like. Is it better efficiency, happier customers, faster product launches? They figure that out before they spend a single dime. And here's the proof that that vision is powerful. A full 78% of companies that have comprehensive C-level sponsorship for their AI work, they're the ones seeing ROI right now. It's simple. When the mission comes from the very top, the results are going to follow. So, where's all that money going? Well, it's not just about buying the latest, fanciest AI models. The really smart investments are in the foundations. Things like making sure the tech actually aligns with business goals, cleaning up their data, upskilling their people, and making sure everyone has the right tools. They're basically building an entire ecosystem for AI to thrive in. All right, we've seen the strategy, we've seen the investment, and the commitment. Now for the fun part, the payoff. Let's look at the concrete, measurable results that this early adopter advantage is delivering as we speak. And there it is again, that key number from the beginning. But now it has all this context. 88% of early adopters are seeing a positive ROI, compared to 74% of all organizations. That 14-point gap, that is a serious competitive advantage. They're getting value faster and way more consistently than everybody else. So where exactly is this value coming from? The biggest wins by a long shot are in productivity. 70% of leaders are reporting a big impact there. Right behind that are improvements to customer experience, overall business growth, and making marketing more effective. Seriously, if you're looking for where to start in your own company, this is your treasure map. This quote from Christina Nidalescu at Bayer perfectly captures how these leaders think. It's a much more sophisticated view. They see ROI as more than just a one-time win. For them, it's a long-term investment in capabilities that can scale. It's about building a foundation that's going to keep paying dividends for years and years. Okay, so we've seen who the leaders are, and we've seen why they're winning. The obvious question is, how can your organization get in on this? So this last part, we're going to take all those lessons and put them into an actionable blueprint for you. Here it is, the playbook, step by step. It all starts at the top. Find those executive champions to drive the vision. Then, prove the value with some small wins to get that dedicated budget. Next, invest in your people, not just the technology. Then, you've got to give your agents the tools they need to actually do their work. Make sure you establish clear rules for governance from day one. And finally, start with the low-hanging fruit. Go automate those simple, repeatable tasks to show a clear, undeniable ROI. That's how you build momentum. And that really brings us to the end here. The data is crystal clear. The agentic era of AI isn't some far-off dream. It's here now. A group of early adopters has already cracked the code, and they're turning this amazing technology into real value and a huge competitive advantage. So the only question left for everyone else is, are you going to lead or are you going to follow?